All right. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Oh my God, we're live. Let's see if it works. Hi. Cool, it works. Just tested. You guys get to see my tattoo for the first time in person, by the way, in live stream. So it was special to me. This tattoo was actually a tattoo that I been wanting to get. Um, and I was like, last week I was like, I'm gonna get a tattoo. I'm gonna get it, and I finally got it. So this is an art tattoo. When the artworks that Moonbeam, my first suit maker, made, and I was like, I'm just gonna, get it on me. So now it's on me forever. And I'm gonna die with this forever. Is this public? I can't tell. It should be public. Cool. With Gucci. So, we are going to be talking about that vegan teacher. Hey, Stitch Over, welcome to the stream. It has been a hot minute since I have talked about that vegan teacher in months. Look over than expected. I text you, welcome. Yeah, I'm not wearing my fursuit head because my tattoo has to heal, and I could wear it, but then I wouldn't be able to be shirtless because I don't want bacteria and get into it and get infected. So that's why I don't wear my fursuit head. Um, Next week though, I will wear my fursuit head and be shirtless. So stay tuned for that because the tattoo, at least the outside part, will be full healed. Unless it's super ugly because it's supposed to be peeling at day 4 through 6. Oh no, it's oh gosh, where is it going? Okay, are we good? Then stop tracking me. Unless it's starts peeling and then I'll wear a shirt because that's when it will get ugly and that's where I hide it. So don't slap no. Don't slap me my tattoo. It does act like Ashley is sunburn, but ironically the pain experience is only painful when you touch it. Okay, this is sunburn basically when you touch it. So I guess in that case it does act like sunburn. Let me pull up that vegan teacher. How's everyone's day going, by the way? Hi David. Welcome. Hello Tech Dude, and hello everyone who else joins. I cannot speak, and I also realize it's been over 10 days since I've done live stream. I've been busy the last week and a half with stuff going on, so that's why I've not been doing live stream a lot. Was it LGBTQ? See, I'm trying this one it because I wanted to watch two of them regarding to AM popped up. Nice. So we're just gonna watch the small version first, and then we'll watch the longer one. See what she says. But this looks like positive. Well, I don't know if it's positive, but whatever. 5 years ago, I must have missed something. Must have missed something on this one. Did she really say that? I wonder if it was TikTok. Yeah, Wimp shows the nail in his hoof that's been there for a few weeks. Hi, Electro. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, you guys can't, oh god, wait. Just realized. You guys, there you go. Now you can see my tattoo. Everyone get to look at Likey. Everyone just stare at Likey. Okay? Just stare at Likey. Don't stare at my face. Okay? Just wait. Can I just do this? This is better. Okay, everyone just stare at Likey. The better that you can see Likey. I don't have my head on. Stare at Likey. Right, no, I'm joking. Likey does look cuter than me though, okay? He does.
And especially you, members of the LGBTQ community. Why the fuck
I've
are
not
you
seen
being...
these, so...
Huh? What's your excuse? You don't like oppression, right? So why are you oppressing others? That's what I want to know.
Her second video, I watched a minute of it, and she talks about this exact same concept of the whole oppression thing, and I'm like, what? Listen, when she talks about it, she only focuses on one topic, veganism.
If you don't like oppression, why do you pay for your people to do it to another group of individuals. Innocent turkeys, pigs, lambs, sheep, rabbits, all of these innocent animals who are exploited in the industry. Why do you...
You know what? It's animals, so it's okay. It's okay that we pay to eat, other animals, but it's not okay that we eat other humans, and it's not okay that we have, racism and all this stuff. But it is okay with animals.
pay for that, and at the same time yell, "Oh, but I'm so oppressed."
Who? Wait. Can I ask, like, if you guys are watching this far in the live stream, in the video, who has ever said that in the LGBT community? Have you ever heard anyone in public or in the LGBTQ activist community be like, "Oh, I'm oppressed. I feel, hidden and all this stuff"? What? I'm just curious if you've ever heard anyone say that. Just in general. Doesn't have to be about LGBTQ.
Well, you are doing the oppressing yourself. So, just stop it. All members of the LGBTQ community should be vegan because, let's go over what the definition is. Being vegan simply means being kind to animals. Okay, remember, it's not about...
And not everyone cares about being kind to animals. Some people love to eat animals. You can still be kind to animals that you own, but you don't necessarily have to be kind to animals that you're eating because they're dead.
About food. Can you be kind to animals?
No.
Think you can handle it. Just means when you go to the store, instead of taking the cow's milk, you just take the soy milk. Can you do it? Look, watch, it's like this. There, and there. Easy, right? When you want to go back to your old habits of eating eggs, you simply go, nope, I'm not going to buy eggs anymore because I don't want to pay for these innocent animals to be exploited. The chickens in the industry...
I don't know if that's abuse for people to make their animals vegan or not, but it is true, and it is done through many science research papers regarding to animals actually living longer on a normal diet that's not vegan founded. There's less complications just because they get their nutritional stuff through that. Now, you can get a complete diet, but you'd have to go see a specialist to make sure that the animal is getting the vitamins and nutrients from that specific diet you're trying to get. And include those vitamins and minerals, because if you're just including just vegan food like carrots and, vegan stuff, that may not include all the vitamins and minerals animals need, which are different from the human body, which is different from what humans need.
Baby boys who are put on these assembly lines and crushed, murdered, because you pay for it. You members of the LGBTQ community, you're my focus today. Now let's remember, before you go crazy and say, "Oh my God, she's discriminating so much," remember that I'm also in your gang. I'm bisexual. I've come out of the closet 100 years ago, and nobody gives a shit. Nobody's ever hassled me about it. There's never been a single bit of prejudice against me. So I encourage you also to come out if you want to. But of course, coming out as a vegan animal rights activist, that is something. That is much more special because it is not just about you. It's about ending the oppression of others. It is thinking beyond yourself. So, what are you waiting for? Be vegan.
Yeah, not everyone cares. Did she put chapters in this intro? She's got chapters going on here? Holocaust? Oh my God. Holy crap, we're gonna skip the Holocaust part. Great, thank you for putting chapters in this one video. Randomly. Didn't realize you did that. Hey RMP, welcome to the stream.
Go back to your roots. You were born vegan, you never wanted to hurt animals. Go back to your roots. Be an animal defender. Stop claiming that you are being oppressed while you are...
Also, how do we know if we go back to our roots? We're going back to like Neolithic era, okay? When we actually, our primary diet was like 99% made out of meat, because that's how we got our protein from. Plants were not the primary diet back then, over 10,000 years ago? We primarily eat meat. So that's not actual primary roots, if you're looking at that perspective. Oh, my camera moved again. Okay, are you done? Cool. Yeah. AI tracking. I need to figure out how to disable that. That's annoying.
Oppressing others, be morally consistent, don't be a hypocrite. And
Humans cannot be morally consistent. Like, just in general. Look at human nature and look at how we act and behave and think. It's almost impossible to be morally consistent throughout a lifetime. We're bound to have some immorality that we choose because of life. And there's hurdles that tosses us. So no, you can't be morally consistent. You can try to be as good as you can, but being morally consistent throughout your whatever, however long you live, kind of impossible. Just because, again, life gives you hurdles and that causes us to change our morality or ethics throughout a lifetime. Ooh, what did I do? Oh, V! V pulls up random stuff! Well, now you guys know what I've been looking at. Markiplier 3 Scary. Oh, he did a new one. Cool. Uh, Beast Games? I don't even watch Mr. Beast. That dude. Oh, this is the funny one about the Jesus one, where she talks to the statue and makes fun of Jesus. Not funny because she does attack Jesus in some ways, but still, how she does it is funny. I did a live stream about this with you guys a while ago. Chess, I love chess, and then I already purchased the Instant Ultra Luna 360, so I'm not gonna deal with the ban of that one. That's coming out.
join us on this channel.
I sent the picture to you. Back up what I just said. I did research on making pets vegan, and I read that even that making your pets eat vegan diet is abuse. I saw that picture of that. Oh yeah, you did send that to me. You did. Yeah, I did see that. I just forgot. I just haven't looked it up in a while ago. So
Like, subscribe, press the notification bell, help us get the animals out of hell. Come out of the closet and say, I am an animal rights activist, I am an animal defender, but brace yourself, because vegan phobia is gonna come after you. People are gonna be like, what the hell? Because you're gonna start to make them feel guilty, and they don't.
Guilt is subjective by the individual, whether they even care about feeling guilty for something they did or not. So, and I don't see many people that are vegan are gonna feel guilty about, people attacking them for being vegan.
Don't like it. But you know what you say to yourself? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they don't like it, because it's the right thing to do, to speak up on behalf of the innocent billions of animals who are suffering right now on factory farms. They are living a Holocaust. They are. Think about what happened in the Holocaust.
Oh, this is a Holocaust thing. Oh yeah, we're skipping this part. No one gives a fuck. We already heard the whole. At least she has like chapters, because like her comparing human Holocaust versus what animals are going through are completely different. Humans have. I'm not saying animals are unconscious, but what I am saying, humans have more value to their life and worth and self than what animals have. So comparing humans to animals in the Holocaust scenario is completely irrelevant and messed up in the first place. Just because when that happened with the humans, you killed the potential of what could have been for a future of the humanity race. With animals, if you kill billions of animals, what potential is there in the future for the animals to evolve into being better of themselves or bettering the world? None, right? So, not saying that killing animals is right or wrong, but compared to often humans, you're killing the future of the world, like potential what could be the outcome for a better world or a worse outcome of the world. We'll never know because all those people died. So again, stop comparing the human Holocaust to animal Holocaust. They're not the same at all.
There are good people who are members of the LGBTQ community, and there are people in that group who are complete assholes. And look.
Yeah. And when the Holocaust did happen, it actually did target a lot of Ukrainians, because Germany did.
I'm going to tell you something.
Take parts of took a lot of Ukrainians in and murdered them too. So that was a personal time because a lot of Ukrainians, if you guys don't know, are actually Jews. So, fun fact.
That I said in another video before too. One thing that shocked the heck out of me recently is I met a vegan who was prejudiced. I was in complete shock. I mean, this is somebody who lives in my neighborhood, and I found out that this person is prejudiced against dark-skinned people because she said that she thinks that they shouldn't be mixing together and mating. And I was like, what the fuck are you saying? So look, I'm the first to say that there are some vegans out there who are maybe not as nice as they should be.
Yep. In general, whether you're vegan or not, whether you're African American or white, whether you're Hispanic, Mexican, whatever cult, has zero to do with you being nice or not nice. Has zero to do with it. A lot of factors that can include you being not nice or not nice is how you were raised, how you treated throughout life. If you felt like you did wrong in life, that can affect your overall view of life and view of how you treat people. But what you look like, how you talk or whatever, doesn't affect what you act. And a lot of your actions are based off actually your past experiences and what you went through in life. So veganism doesn't have that impact with whether you're nice or not. Sorry.
But honestly, I think some of them, those are just real exceptions. Like, people have a screw loose, like there's something seriously wrong. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're vegan. They're just messed up in general. Anyway, I'm here outside of a school. I ended up here at this school. This school is actually where I did an internship when I was in university to become an English teacher, English as a second language. This is a French school. And the interesting thing that happened at this school is I had written a song about inclusiveness, about including the LGBTQ community, including people in wheelchairs, encouraging women to be astronauts and all this type of stuff. And the teacher who was observing me at the school said to me, you know, your song's great, but you just had to take the part out about the, oh, here's a flag, a rainbow. You just had to take the part out about the gay people, you know, the rest of it's all great, but just take that part out. And I was like, why? And she said, well, the parents are going to get upset. I said, about what? About what? Gay people are allowed to get married. Okay. They're allowed to be together. They should be.
How does this fall into vegan prejudice? I guess she's explained the prejudice of the LGBTQ community.
Adopt, like they're just minding their own business, just loving one another. And she said, well, yeah, I just don't want the...
We eat animals. Why is she eating all their food? Hi, Izzy. It's been a while since I've seen you, bud. How you been?
Parents to all be calling the school principal and everything. So I had my first episode learning about how the school system says that they are so open, but they're not. Mind you, that was quite a few years ago now, because I taught in the school system, not this particular school board, but I taught in the school system for 9 years. And then,
oh wait, when did she got like fired or quit like several years ago?
And I quit to start.
Oh, she quit. She said she quit. She didn't get fired. She quit, guys. She quit.
Working here. But anyway, that's just a little...
You know that place? Dude, this was like 4 years ago. Right? 4 years ago. October 2021.
Anecdote. Another reminder to you guys that this is a good kind...
Hey, John. I'm calling you Jonathan or John. Welcome to the stream. How have you been?
Of Halloween decoration. Look at that. Natural stuff. Don't be buying all that plastic and crap and putting that all over your lawns. All those dead bodies and ghosts made out of whatever the plastic is. You know, plastic takes like hundreds of years to decompose. Okay? Just don't do that. Now I'm getting on a big tangent. But anyway.
Yeah, you are. What is this? Oh, this is her outro.
I'll just say goodnight to you now. Go vegan? Start now.
Okay. That wasn't too bad, but again, if you guys watch her more recent videos, she still has a habit of... Oh, my watch. Segue. You guys will see throughout... This goes back years and years ago. She still has a habit of, like... I guess... forcing, air quotes, even though she's not calling it forcing, because by definition, forcing is doing something physical or telling someone that they should and threaten them in some way that will make them do it in the first place. So that's forcing, but I'm calling it forcing. Because she's very adamant about everyone going vegan. If you're not vegan, that means you need to die. That's her logic. So yeah. I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Jonathan. Yeah, so plants can feel pain, but the pain they feel, it may differ from how we feel. So when we interpret pain, we have multiple responses to our human bodies in terms of like pain receptors, neurons that receptors. I guess it would be neurons that would be in control of our pain. And so, but plants don't necessarily have the same way of feeling, but if they couldn't feel, then why would they die? Or wither away slowly, based off what part of leaf you cut off. Gotta help those children. Oh, she doesn't work at schools anymore. She quit on her own. She didn't get fired. She quit on her own. I don't know why she has to quit, but or if she did or not quit. Oh yeah, this is as far as I watched. Oh, is she doing the song? Oh my god, hold up. This is a whole song. I'm gonna listen to the song.
So many members of the LGBTQ community, vegan. Hello students, welcome to class. Let me ask you this question. Why are so many members of the LGBTQ community vegan phobic?
We're not. What made you say that we're vegan phobic? I'm confused on how she got that information in the first place by stating that LGBTQ community is vegan phobic, or for that matter of fact, if anyone's vegan phobic. Not to say that people aren't vegan phobic, but why are you fixated on the LGBT community saying that the entire LGBT community is vegan phobic when that's also not true? There are vegans in the LGBT community. There are. Just not everyone wants to be vegan because we like eating meat.
Speciesist. Carnists who are cruel. Why is that? You would think that because these people have been through oppression, and because a lot of them, not everyone, says that they are oppressed, that they would be a lot more sensitive and kind. And when you point out to them that, by the way, if you don't want to be oppressed, maybe you shouldn't oppress, you would think that they would say, oh yeah, my heart goes out to you. For sure, I'm going to stop eating the animals. So why is it that this group is not more sensitive than the average person? Well, my theory is that there's no such thing as a community when it comes to the LGBTQ. They say there's a community, but there isn't. There's just a bunch of individuals. Are there vegans who are lesbian?
When you form a group of some sort to have support or like, a whole bunch of people in a little space, they all have the same, commonality, whether there's autism, LGBTQ, or people that are furries, and you form a local group, that's called a community, by definition. Alright. That vegan anthem. Animals object for them. Okay, what? And speciesism, species-based discrimination, veganism, the doctrine, something. Evolution. Pet adopted animals aren't to be called things or pets. Okay, well, sorry, she has a pet of her own, so that destroys your whole argument. So yeah. Don't equal sign. That's so random. Cool. She's a utilitarian welfarist rage bait, not a vegan. Yet she speaks about vegan. Like she's a vegan. So.
Lesbian? Yeah. Are there vegans who are pansexual? Yep. Are there vegans who are bisexual? Uh-huh. I'm one of them. Are there vegans who are trans people? Of Of course there are. Let's go, we could go on into all of these different classifications, but the
That's I've never gotten to that point where I understood a lot of her videos. She goes off topic, but when she talks about the topic, she doesn't talk about enough of that specific topic related to like how it relates to the vegan community or even to what she's talking about. So I've never quite gotten the why she does this type. Veganism is again speaking about cruelty as it shows you in the definition provided. It does. It is about speaking out against being cruel, and so there's nothing wrong with it. But being fixated on that and to this point is not a good thing. And eventually you'll just get haters because how she went about it in her early YouTube channel life, attacking people and certain videos that she's posted, and she still has up. Might I mention, gave her a bad rap. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is rage bait. Not disagreeing with that. This is purely she does this for rage bait. So because most vegans and I have I've met some vegans out there are not like this.
reality is there are also people who are bisexual who are not vegan. They don't give a shit about the animals. They don't care about the suffering of others. There are some trans people who are pretty cruel. They keep eating dead animals. They keep paying people to murder them. They keep contributing to the rape, torture, murder, enslavement of these innocent animals, even when they know what happens. Does that make me transphobic? No, it doesn't. So let's get that straight. There is no such thing as a community when it comes to the LGBTQ. There are only individuals.
And whether she's doing and I'm pretty sure you're right. That vegan anthem, she's doing this specifically for rage bait. But the question is why is she been doing this for like so long? Is she just here to get money, views, or is there any like actual value to what she's saying? Um, like why if because she's kind of lost meaning and value in her content in terms of what she's saying at this point. She's transphobic. Yes, we actually do know she is transphobic, and she actually does. She has done videos, at least on her TikTok. Um, she's done videos where she actually goes around and attacking the LGBT community. She attacks the African community. She attacks other communities. She's even attacked news the was it one of the news outlets for not, I guess, being vegan, even though it had nothing to do with veganism. So, view harvesting, that is what rage bait is.
Good individuals and bad individuals. People that realize that abuse is wrong and people that realize that abuse is there, but they don't care. So let's look at this song. This is a song that I composed that was on TikTok. And the reason that it's cut off a little bit here is because when you transpose something from TikTok to Instagram, I'm looking at my Instagram account now,
Well, then why can't you just transpose it to YouTube and add it into YouTube? Like, why are you doing it through Instagram? Who does it that way? That's so stupid. Like, just bring up your original file that you uploaded on TikTok, use that, and play that original file as the MP4 format so everyone can see it in the original format.
it just cuts off that way. So I know many of you have already peeked ahead at the lyrics because you're doing what I would have done too.
Yeah, she has historically like this has shit ton of dislikes. And I don't know I actually have no idea why this has so many dislikes. I haven't even read the comments. Definition of a community: people living in the same place or having particular characteristics in common. There we go. Ha 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 ha. The condition of sharing and having a certain attitude and interest in communities. Like literally what I said. Holy shit. Stacy Army nailed it. Fucking great. I love Stacy Army. Nailed what community is. First reply. She should pin this shit.
But we're going to go over all of the lyrics here in this song. I'm going to first let you listen to it just so you know that there is a melody to it. I know you guys don't like my singing, but you know, that's the way it is. That's what I'm putting out there in the world. And then we're going to go over all of the lyrics one at a time. And my hope here is...
Okay, we're. The definition of we're is we are. You know, coming is to go out. Is to go out. I just imagine her saying that. It's like, we're gonna go through it one at a time. Individual. I don't think she's gonna take too long. It's only 22 minutes, guys. 22 minutes.
That I'm going to convince you that if you're a member of the LGBTQ community, you should be vegan, you should stop being a hypocrite, and you should help us to celebrate Vegan Pride Day and Happy Vegan Declaration Day. And those days...
Hold up. Wait. I don't even think vegans... I know there's Green Earth Day. I do know for a fact Green Earth Day does exist, but that's not necessarily related to veganism or vegan community. Vegan Pride Day is event. I just want to see if that's in the thing. Vegan... Veggie? Vegan... Veggie. Veggie Pride is an international celebrating vegetarianism and veganism established in Paris in 2001. Okay. There is a thing. In Paris. Go to Paris. World Vegan Day is fixed on November 1st. They have one day dedicated to vegans. We have a whole month. They only have one day. Clearly it's not that big. You only, but hey, at least it is actually a day. Is it November 1st? July 7th. It is not November. I'm sorry, vegan teacher. This you put this on July 7th, several months away from November. Clearly you don't know what Vegan Pride exists in the first place, so alright. Thank you, vegan teacher, for telling us and uploading video that's not on Friday. Oh my god, I love Happy Tree Friends. It's one of my favorites. I haven't seen that in forever. Oh my god, it's so old and so good and so violent. I watched it when we were kids with me and my sister. My sister got me involved in a lot of that stuff, and like it was actually funny, but completely brutal. Like, I thought it was a kids show. It's not a kids show. So kids, don't watch Happy Tree Friends. All right, it's not a kids show. You won't be scarred. You won't be traumatized. They made it into like, I don't know if it's, it's PG-13. There.
Days are every day. We should be proud that we are not contributing to the suffering of others. So let's listen to the song.
Even the vegan society sold out. When the founder died, they went welfare, which promotes the root cause of exploitation by treating symptoms of its cruel slavery and exploitation. Just as the founder warned how veganism would become an agency of reaction. What? I only know like two YouTubers that do vegan content. She's one of them, but she's probably the biggest one of them all, to be honest. Unless you know someone bigger. She's probably the most hated on YouTube in terms of like community. There might be other people that are more hated, but she's up there.
We're coming out of the closet today. We're proud to announce.
Can we get to the point where she like talks about
becoming vegan to your day? Out of the closet. There you go. That's the song. So this...
Great! Now I won't get copyright, because every time I play one of her songs, she like does a copyright claim on my channel, and I'm like, fuck you, vegan teacher, fuck you. Great, you own it, but like, you're not getting anything from me. You don't get my money, okay? No money for you. You become poor and homeless. So yeah.
This is a song of hope. Is the way that people who come out of the closet as members of the vegan community feel. Now, is there such a thing?
Why the fuck did you say it that way? Like, what the fuck? Members of the vegan community? She said it like she was hesitant. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overanalyzing every little thing.
As a vegan community, actually, we could argue that too, right? Because there are some vegans who are actually not that nice. Some vegans are racist. Some vegans are homophobic. I mean, I haven't seen too many of them, but the truth is that some vegans, can be cruel, and some of them are just amazing all around. But let's have a look at the lyrics here. Okay, so the reason that I put this thing Born This Way here is because I truly believe that we were actually all born vegan. When we come out of our mother's uterus,
I'm glad you believe that, but I don't think that's factually true. Sorry.
we join the world as somebody who drinks her milk, which is vegan, and we become these little children, these
Her definition of vegan milk is if it comes from your mother and you drink it directly from your mother, it makes it vegan. But when you drink it from other people, other animals, it's all of a sudden not vegan. How does that work? Milk is milk. Milk is by definition not a vegan substance, whether you get it from your own mother when you're a baby or you get it from other animal sources. Alright? Factually, milk is not a vegan substance. Alright. It's vegetarian. You're correct. Vegetarians drink milk, but it's not vegan. So you can't just be like, oh yeah, just because as babies we drink it from our mother's breast, it's vegan. But if we do it with other animals and we drink cow milk, that's not vegan? Makes no sense. It's just logically, it makes no sense.
infants who don't want to hurt animals. Like when you were little, did you actually enjoy kicking the cat or hurting the dog? No, most of you wanted to be kind to animals.
Nice, electro, nice.
You didn't want your parents to pay somebody to kill a pig, a chicken, or a cow for you. I know I didn't.
I mean, if it tastes yummy, I would. Don't think I would go out and just kill it myself, because we have people that do it for us, but if it's yummy, I would. I need to have deer Venice again. I haven't had that in a while. I had lamb. I had lamb a while ago. It was pretty yummy, actually. This is really yummy.
I didn't know what was going on when my mom was feeding me, beef and put hamburger meat in the spaghetti sauce and stuff like that. I didn't really clue in. I had no idea about the suffering these animals went through. And if I had been given the choice.
That is true, the vegan anthem. A true vegan is like a true feminist, committed against discrimination consistently. And that vegan teacher is not consistent about the whole discrimination thing with regards to the vegan community at all, considering she attacks people all the time. Or the communities all the time in some shape or form.
Do you want this hot dog, or would you rather have this other meal where we don't have to hurt these animals? I'm sure most of us would have said, you know what, let's not hurt the animals, especially if we would have had to see it in front of our own eyes. Imagine that. If your dad brings home an animal, or your mom does, and they say, okay, kids, it's time to kill the animal. Got to kill this baby pig now, 6 months old baby pigs. That's how old they are when we kill them.
So, in some farm families, they actually do that, lady. They do. It's a thing. And people just grow up used to doing that. If they were raised to do that from early life and they were taught that way, they're just used to it.
Bacon, sausage, and ham. If you as a child would have had to partake in that.
Oh, I also want to add one thing. I think it's very important for people to actually know where food comes from. So looking at saying like pig is pork, cow is steak, beef. I think it's important for people to know where the parts that they're eating comes from. Otherwise, people are just completely stupid about the food, like complete retards. I work at Buffalo Wild Wings, right? And we had this one person was like, I don't want, what was it? Pork on my burger. But then she was like, I want bacon. And someone came back to me, one of the waiters came back to me, and she's like, yeah, so they don't want pork, but they want bacon. Well, because she was a complete idiot and didn't know that pork was bacon, yes, you can get turkey bacon, but we don't have turkey bacon. We only have pork bacon. They didn't realize that what they were ordering was pork. So by not knowing the food and where it comes from, it makes you complete stupid and makes you look stupid when you talk to the waitress about what you do and don't want on your food. And you mess it up and be like, I want pork, but I want bacon, but I don't want pork. It's like, what the fuck moment? Do you not realize that most people use pork for the bacon? Turkey pork is rarely found in food like going out to eat places. So yeah, I do think it's important to know where your food comes from and how it's prepped and how it's processed so that way you don't look like a complete idiot.
Take the knife and stab the animal. Wouldn't you have said to your parents, you know what? No, let's just play with the baby pig. Let's just play and hang out with the chickens. I don't want to hurt them. What do you mean we're going to?
It is fundamentally species to view animals as if they ought to be viewed as legal property, but this property the same way it is racist towards people of color. Regulating slavery is not to the point. Is not the point. Abolishing is. It is. I messed up that sentence so hard. I apologize.
Slice this cow's neck. No. We are all born vegan, except for a tiny percentage of people who are psychopaths.
Oh, good. I'll call you John. So much easier. So much shorter. Thank you.
You know, there's always 1% of the population who just really are evil to the core and don't care.
Yep. Called humanity as a whole. Not everyone is nice. That's why Santa Claus has a naughty list. Did you not realize that, lady, when we seen he's checking the list twice, checking to see who's naughty and nice? That's why. Because in nature, they're evil and good. Alright.
But the rest, the vast majority of people, they do have some sort of a caring heart. So our job.
No, I also don't believe in Santa Claus. I'm just trying to prove a point to that vegan teacher that there's good and bad in the world. That's why we have wars going on right now, because that's the bad part of the world and the bad part of humanity.
Is to bring that back to their memory, to remind them that they were born vegan. So in this case, I'm saying we're coming out of the closet today. We're proud to announce we were born this way. We don't need no conversion therapy. We just need to live our ethical vegan lives openly. So what does that mean?
So, conversion therapy, I'm assuming that anyone that is part of the LGBTQ plus community knows what conversion therapy is basically convert you to being from LGBTQ to non-LGBTQ. Fun fact, it rarely works. So it's this whole idea of changing you through different sensation or images or certain, pain management or whatever. But that's not how one becomes ungayified or un-LGBTQified. It doesn't work. So, guess if you torture someone for long enough, but then that's not really conversion therapy. That's torture, and that's illegal. Last time I checked. But I don't think she understands what conversion therapy is. Let's see what she says.
Well, conversion therapy is something that was used, is sometimes still used to try to convince people that are gay that they shouldn't be gay. Come on, you're not really gay, are you? And it's crazy because if you're born gay and you're born as somebody who is attracted to a member of the opposite sex, you're not hurting anybody. There's nothing wrong with it. So why would you want to try to convert somebody? It doesn't make any sense. Just let people be who they want to be.
Let people eat what they want to eat. Same logic can apply to this vegan teacher. Exact same logic. Let me read the chat. Okay, let's say everyone in the world is vegan. There are many problems that will occur. How would veganism deal with overpopulation? I'm assuming animal overpopulation, because since you're not killing animals, the animals are well, animals would probably end up dying of through natural forms, and people would probably end up not breeding them as often, since we're not needing animals for resources. Assume the whole world is vegan, we wouldn't have breeding occur in the first place after that. Um, but even getting to that level would be damn near impossible to accomplish, considering how long we've been breeding animals into existence in the first place. Um, let's see, how would veganism deal, and what about environmental damage? Well, currently we are causing more environmental damage by farming than we are by being with it, like farming with animals, having animals take over more land than in terms of non-vegan. So we're currently doing more of that. But if we got rid of cars, gas emissions, and you know, went through solar power plants, and that probably be better. But actually, farmlands take up a big chunk of the source of that part. So reduce 14.5% of global GHGs, 75% in farmlands. There we go. For forest, and 1.8k gallons of water per pound of cow. Yeah, because cows drink a lot of water. Also AI. AI is taking a big chunk of water right now. I read a recent report saying that AI by 2030 could be taking up as much as 600 billion gallons of water yearly, which is more than what the entire Europe country uses, which is crazy. Just for AI alone. I am not vegan. Hi, Dragon Master. Hi, Void. Welcome to the stream.
And let them love who they want to love. So we're not too happy that our palates were raped. That's the next sentence. Now, we're not too happy that
And she barely talks about conversion therapy anyway, so it's...
that somebody raped our palates. Now, what does the word rape mean? Well, it means to them. Your mouth was not something.
We're gonna skip that, because I'm just gonna assume I know where she's going with this. All right, we're gonna move on from that.
Like somebody today, like in a restaurant, or you go to a friend's house or something, and
I'm trying to keep this PG-13 as possible. This is not talking about that. There are several trigger words that, like, that word can trigger people. So another thing that she likes to talk about is that word specifically, and that's a bad word, because some people have been through hell in their lifetime and went through bad experiences. So that word can have very negative triggers. So I'm trying to skip that word as a whole.
And they say, oh, we're just having beef stew, and then you find out later that it's they murdered a rabbit and they put it in there. Like, you didn't consent to eat the rabbit. You understand? So it would be a form of...
Wait, we don't need consent to eat a dead animal. Now, it's illegal to eat a living animal, yeah, it is, but once it's dead, it's no longer illegal. Living is definition. If you're eating a living animal, that would go under the definition of torture, which is illegal, whether it's an animal or human. All right. The doctrine that man should live without exploiting animals. Lisa Cross, veganism defined 1951, binding contract. And ask you, it's you, and you know my reason anyway. Subjective morality is not the reason they're blind. That is equal morality to ableism, as discussed. Okay. Random going on right now. Unless I'm missing something here.
Raping you because you're a kid, you have no choice, right? You're again. So I'm urging parents not to give their kids any non-vegan foods. Only feed your kids vegan foods and allow them when they're 18 years old.
I mean, you didn't consent to eating plants either. So the same argument can be applied with plants and animals, or for that matter of fact, anything that you eat. When you're a kid, you're not consenting it to be fed into your mouth because you're a kid and you're a baby. It's not like you know the difference. So that argument goes out the window when it comes to food in general. As a baby, you have zero right of consent. There we go. Because you just don't know.
Old when they're adults to decide for themselves whether they want to pay for these terrible cycles of violence that occur. I mean, I happen to think that animals deserve a Bill of Rights. That's why I wear this shirt. I think that animals should have a right to their body integrity.
Dude, she went on this crazy whole, like, I think it was several episodes about the animals that deserve a Bill of Rights, where animals have the ability to, I guess, like, vote or something along that line, have the power to, like, vote or some crazy shit like that. And I was like, I don't know what's, see if I can find a video for you guys later, and maybe we'll talk about that. That was a while ago, but it was complete bullshit regarding to what she was defining as animals' Bill of Rights. So
to not be murdered, a right to not be enslaved, put behind bars, a right to not be taken out of the oceans and put into swimming pools for our entertainment. All of these things. Does this mean that I think that animals should have a right to vote? Well, no, because they don't have the mental ability, just like we don't let 3-year-olds vote, right? You need to know a little bit about what's going on in society. But should we protect them in the way that we protect children? Yes. Yes, we should.
no, children have no. That's not how it works.
Let's go on. All right. So we're not too happy that our palates were raped when we were young. A right to decide when I was younger. And many people do. And there are some people who are born vegan and their parents do not ever give them dead animals. They don't give them the milk that was stolen from cows. They don't give them eggs that were stolen from chickens. And those kids grow up and they're completely healthy. And
yeah, and also animals cannot act off based off. I mean, they can, but their reasoning is super limited, whether it's because of survival instincts or it's something that they inherently learn through just living how they live the life. But our reasoning, humans' reasonings, are far, far more complex. We have reasoning because of how we experience life, what we feel, how things impact us around, how other families and friends impact us. You know, our whole way of thinking about reason is completely different from animals' reasoning, where animals' reasons are probably more instinctual and based off survival. So, not the same type of reasoning.
they are really able to remain vegan, which is the way that we were all born. So let's go and continue here. If we had known where this came from, we'd have said, no way, I'm consenting. I know right from wrong, right? Think about it. If you could go back in time and you could be a child again and you had the right to choose, wouldn't you be proud of yourself? Wouldn't you be happy right now if you knew that you had never eaten any animals and you were still the same as you are? You have the same muscle, you're as intelligent in every way, but you didn't contribute to murdering so many animals?
Nope. Because that's not how happiness works, vegan teacher. Sorry.
I mean, think about how many animals you are part of murdering in your lifetime. First of all, whatever happened in the past it's not really your fault, but you can change now going forward. So the song says, Happy Vegan Pride Day, Happy Vegan Declaration Day. Thanks for the parade and for supporting us this way. So of course the song is a bit of a joke because right now in society we do have Pride Days for the LGBTQ community. I've walked in them, I've sang in them, I've taken pictures of them, I'd advertise them, I have a flag, all of that stuff. But what happens when someone comes out of the closet as a member of as a vegan? What happens?
Nothing. No one cares. Just another day in life. What makes you think that just because I'm gay makes me special from anyone else in the world? Absolutely nothing. I just like guys. That doesn't make me special. It doesn't make me unique. Doesn't make me different. I'm a person just like you. So why are you acting? Becoming a vegan makes you a different person entirely. That's by the statement. It doesn't. In the end, you're just a person just like me. We all have hearts, we all have flesh, we all have nerves, we all have feelings. Unless you're a psychopath or sociopath. In that case, fuck the feelings. Um, but yeah, and then we're just people waiting to die. Hopefully, live a happy life and then die. Not a sad life.
Do you think that they get treated this way? Is there a parade for vegans?
Actually, yes. Just showed you Vegan Pride Day. There actually is. There you go. You just uploaded the wrong day for that. So I did look it up. There is some parts of the world celebrate Vegan Day, which is great. It's not a bad thing. It's just like not every part of the world celebrates LGBTQ plus day, which is fine, and parts of the world don't always have to do that. It's up to the individual part of the country you live in and the rules, and if you don't like it, move to another country that cares about what you care. Otherwise, shut up and live your daily life as you would intend to normally.
Now, you could even argue that vegans are better than members of the LGBTQ community. Members of the LGBTQ community are just average people. They're doctors, they're lawyers, they're garbage picker-uppers.
Same with the vegan community. Okay.
They're just people who, some are nice, some are not. Some
Same with the vegan community.
litter, some don't. Some are environmentalists, some aren't.
Okay.
Some are vegan, or have at least acknowledged that they're vegan now. Again, I maintain that we were all born vegan. We just need to tap back into it. So what I'm saying here is that wouldn't it be great if when you came.
But so she made a whole statement that in some ways the vegan community is better than LGBT community, but you just went on ranting about like LGBT community. Some are doctors, some are nice, some are veterans, some are mean. You didn't explain the difference of the vegan community versus LGBT community one bit. Like the most random shit. Explain before you move on to another topic.
Out of the closet as an animal.
Yes, she is. She is rage baiting at this point. She can't explain the difference between a vegan community versus LGBT community at this point.
Defender, people were actually happy for you. Your family would say, "Great, we support you," instead of, "Oh my God, no! What the fuck am I gonna feed you? Why do you want to do this crazy thing? What kind of a crazy phase are you going through now? Have you been listening to that crazy vegan teacher?"
No. And the reality is, you can just choose to ignore those around you. Unless they have some sort of impact in your lifestyle, your living, or what you do in life. Then it's kind of harder to ignore them. But if they don't have impact in your overall lifestyle, your happiness, just ignore them. And do what you want. That is your choice.
Right? That's what actually happens. There is so much vegan phobia.
A bit, Dragon Master, a bit. She does sound crazy.
Yeah, and even within the LGBTQ community. If you have two moms,
Actually, I'll be bluntly honest. I told my sister, I think I told you guys this last stream or a stream before recently, that I like came out to her as gay. She was like, "Oh, cool! I didn't know you were gay. Congratulations, good job." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm also a furry." She's like, "Oh, you're a furry." I was like, "Yeah, I'm a furry." And she's like, "Oh, cool." She didn't know what to say. She clearly did not support me, and we actually had a conversation, probably like a few weeks ago, and I was like, "You know what, sister? Fuck it. Could care less what you think. Just won't bring it up into my life, and I'll just be your normal brother since you hate the fur community." So, yep, that's where we're at right now. She and I still love her. I do. I just want to involve her in my life with my fur community. Not that it matters because she lives in Texas. So we barely hang out anyway. So my life is not really change because whether I involve her or not, since she lives far away. So
lesbians, and they have a couple of kids that they've either adopted or whatever, they got them somehow. And one of the teenagers comes out of the closet as a member of the vegan club. There's no such thing, right? We're all individuals, but somebody comes out and says, I'm vegan. What do you think that those two lesbian moms do? Do you think they're all super happy and proud and like,
how would you know? Like, how would you know what those two lesbian moms would they do? Just curious. Were you there when the daughter told or the son told the two lesbians' mom that they were vegan? Were you there, vegan teacher? Because if you were, that kind of creepy.
oh my God, that's so great. Let's all be vegan. Let's all stop bringing dead animals into the house. Let's all stop bringing stolen cow's milk into the house. Let's all stop bringing eggs that were stolen into the house. Do you think that those two lesbians do that? No, not any more than the average person. In that regard, you would think that a more of a percentage of the LGBTQ community would be vegan. It only makes sense. But if you
How would you get that? How would you guess that? Like, what the fuck?
saw the comment section from this video, you can go and have a look at it. I mean, it's insane. People are just freaking out. They don't understand. Instead of them saying, oh yeah, that's a good point. You know, I'm bisexual, or I'm pansexual, or I'm a lesbian, and you know what you're saying here makes sense. I should be more supportive of people who are vegan. I should be vegan myself, but that's not what happens. I find that very interesting, and that's why I don't believe that there is such a thing as a community and that we are all individuals.
There is a community. Paused the wrong time on her face. Sorry,
So
that
thanks
face
so
was
much
funny.
for the hugs and gifts. Like, hey, happy vegan declaration.
But yeah, see, this is the definition of a community. This person literally nailed it. There we go. I love it. First comment defines what community is.
Happy Vegan Pride Day. Here, have a gift. I'm so proud of you. Here, let me take you out for a nice vegan meal. You've been vegan for a year? Well, let's celebrate. Do they do that? Or when teenagers come out of the closet as vegans.
Again, they have a parade in Paris for Vegan Day, Ashley. It does exist. I don't think she knows about it though, guys. We should see if someone DM her, see if she knows about Vegan Parade Day, Paris.
Do their parents say, "Oh my
I'd be
God, this
curious.
is so great. You know what? Let's go shopping together and let's only buy veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Let's put those in our shopping cart because we know that peace begins on our plate. So let's open up our heart and let's be vegan." Is that what the parents do? No, not very often. Sometimes, and I have lots of teenagers who contact me, they tell me that their parents are extremely unsupportive. I've had kids tell me that they've gotten hit by their dads when they said they refused to eat meat that's on the table.
That too far, kind of fucked up. But again, that's bad parenting too. They should not be parents if they just hit their children just because the kids don't want to eat certain things. Just, don't be a parent if you're going to react that way over food. That's too far.
The parents get very offended. Why?
No, I also don't. I agree with you, John. I don't think she's telling the truth in regarding what she's stating when she gets these messages from the kids, or if she gets any.
Why would you get offended when your child is being so wonderful? Your child is trying to save animals. That's messed up. And this is even people who are born to parents who are members of the LGBTQ community. How can you be that way when you know how wrong oppression is? Be morally consistent. That's what I'm asking. And the same goes for people who have darker skin or whatever the fuck your skin color is. You know, there's no excuse for animal abuse. There's just none. No matter what community you are in. If you're an older person, a younger person, when people come out as vegan around you, your job.
So animal abuse is a different definition, and how she's applying it is completely wrong. If you guys look up animal abuse or the word abuse in general, just look up the word abuse. How she's applying it does not fit the categorical definition of what the word abuse means at all.
is to be kind to them.
Hey, President Bomb, what's up? Oh, I got a tattoo, President Bomb. Wait, tattoo, see my little likey tattoo with the little cute look me looking at a tail? I can forever just look at my chest and be like, I have a tail forever now, because it's attached to my body. So happy. Always wanted a permanent tail, now I have one. I say got it because it's cute, so.
Congratulate them for being kind. To congratulate them for caring, for giving a shit. So, we love the veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds and tofu. We love the party music, and you're becoming vegan too. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, let's listen again.
We're just gonna re-listen to the song again? Is that what we're doing? Okay, can we skip the song so I don't get copyrighted? Oh.
What have we learned today?
Absolutely nothing! And that you don't support the LGBTQ community because they're not vegan. That's the only thing we learned, guys, right? At least that's what I got from this entire video. She doesn't support any community if not vegan. And she also doesn't support humanity if they're not vegan.
We've learned that people can be prejudiced no matter what community they're in.
Yep, that's true. Good job.
Also learned that there's not really such a thing as a community.
Factually wrong. You can just look up the definition, and if communities exist, then we wouldn't have autism community, LGBT community, people that are into chess, people that are into sports communities exist. You know, none of those would exist. So, sorry.
These are just a bunch of individuals who are either good or bad. They are all from different walks of life, different ages.
Anyone remembers the old cosplay motion tracking I polished it and made it a new and one better. Oh, nice! Congratulations! Oh my god! Big congrats, President Bomb. Good job.
They might share one thing in common, which is that they're not necessarily attracted to somebody of the opposite gender, but you know it's so complicated. And my plea to you all is to really look at this song, and when somebody tells you that they're vegan, remember how it felt when you came out of the closet and treat them the way that you would.
Me coming out of the closet being gay, I was actually really accepting. Me coming out as furry, only person that didn't accept me was my sister, but I'm okay with that. She doesn't live near me, so I'm okay with that.
Want to be treated. If somebody comes out of the closet as an animal defender,
Also, if you're gonna come out of the closet, you have to be okay with yourself in the first place to even come out of the closet. If you're not okay with yourself coming out of the closet, she says, then don't. There's nothing wrong with you not telling anyone. There's no one telling you that you have to say that, hey, I'm gay, or I'm bi, or I'm a there's nothing that says, you have to tell anyone. You can keep it a secret your whole life. Nothing wrong with that. But for you to be coming out, as she says, you have to be comfortable with yourself. And if you can't do that, then you'll probably never come out of the closet. Again, nothing wrong with that. It's just a comfort level more than anything.
Vegan. They were born that way. Try to tap into who you were born as. Were you born as somebody who wants to hurt animals,
Oh, wow. That's impressive. 95 competitors, and I was absolutely shocked to win the best in the show on stage. Interview was fun. Nice.
wanted to? Or were you born as somebody who wanted to defend them?
We weren't born for defending anything. We're born in how the world shapes us around and how we view the world. And there's a whole bunch of factors regarding to how we are shaped throughout our lifetime. Okay, there's a whole bunch: environmental, physiological, sociological, economical, the world around us. It's not just, oh, we popped out of our mother's uterus and now we just feel like we are meant to be this path and this path only for the entirety of our lives. That's not how it works. Humans are much more complicated than you're painting them out to be, that being teacher. Much more complicated. Animals are much simpler than humans. They are.
Somebody wants to pet them and to play with them and to take pictures of them, right? So I don't know if this helped you to understand where I'm coming from. People ask me, do I support the LGBTQ and Black Lives Matter and all of this? Well, Black Lives Matter is the whole thing because that is an actual organization. Do I support?
How is that different from a vegan community or LGBT community? Can you tell me a definition of an organization versus a community? An organization is fundamentally the same as a community, though.
Anyone of any skin color? Yes. Do I support people that they should come and be themselves? Yes. Yeah. Let's be kind.
Except when they're not vegan. Then I don't support them. Right? That vegan teacher. If they're not vegan, fuck them. That's your whole argument.
To each other. But
someone can feel free to prove me wrong in that argument. You know, I've been proven wrong before. I have. I don't mind being proven wrong again, but pretty sure her fundamental way of thinking is, if you're not vegan, fuck you.
Don't start complaining about how oppressed you are in whatever group you are while you are standing, stepping on the neck of a pig, a chicken, or a cow, and not allowing them.
No one here has, at least not in my community. Any of you guys in my chat, farmers, any of you guys actually squished the pig and stepped on their neck? Any of you guys? Let me know. Last time I checked, probably not.
Them to breathe. Don't then start screaming about your rights while you are taking away the rights of another innocent being. Allow everyone to breathe. Allow everyone to live. Be kind. Treat others the way you would want to be treated. And that means being vegan. For help going vegan, go to how do I...
In order to be treated kindly and stuff, her whole argument is you have to be vegan. Otherwise, you're going to be treated shit.
igovegan.com. And again, I repeat often the same videos that you should watch to really understand what we're talking about here. Do not start writing all over the comment section if you haven't educated yourself yet. Instead, take a pen.
Seems like someone is educating you. Literally, the first comment 4 years ago, the very first comment about what a goddamn definition of community is, which is kind of depressing that she doesn't even know what it is. And I stated it in the beginning of this video when she mentioned community.
Pen and write down these. Dominion Movement. That's an important documentary. Earthlings is another one. Cowspiracy, The Game Changer documentary. Terrible, and you must stop drinking milk and eating any cheese that comes from dairy, and switch over to completely dairy-free and to vegan foods. All of us can do it. All of us have a responsibility to do the best that we can, to be as vegan as possible. If you haven't yet subscribed, have a look down.
Hi, Camino. Did I pronounce your name right? Camino, I'm assuming yes. Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
And see if you've subscribed. There's a button there, and click it. Go ahead and tap the notification bell. Then you can be here with me. We're all...
Come in. Come in. Come in. Come in. Oh my god! Ah! My arm really hurt. Welcome! Oh my god, you joined from from the Lycan Rock server. Oh my god, that's so cool. That's so cool. I didn't realize you joined my live stream. That's so nice to see you.
Learning together. I am somebody who also changes, by the way. If I have views from 2 years ago, it's possible that I have evolved and changed.
Well, if we watch your most recent video, last time I checked, your most recent video has not changed you in terms of how you attack people or think of people that are non-vegan. Still think the same way, so no. And this was 4 years ago? 4 years ago? 4 years ago, and so still have not changed. So Holly Bluebird, welcome to the stream. Welcome, Holly Bluebird. Welcome, welcome.
Right now, this is how I feel about this subject. Given the information I have, given how much I've looked at it, I've studied it, these are the conclusions that I came to. Vegan phobia exists, and it is wrong.
I'm not disagreeing that vegan phobia exists. It's just what I'm disagreeing with is how you're going about in presenting that information that may not be correctly, fully true. And you're partially lying to your own community by stating the information that you've not fully read into. That's what I disagree with. Also, you attack random communities for no reason just because they're not
Those of you who are
vegan.
members
That's bad.
of the LGBTQ community, don't be vegan phobic. If you don't want people to be homophobic and be prejudiced against you, then don't be prejudiced against the animals. Don't be speciesist. Another way to say it is speciesist.
I don't even know if speciesist is a real word. I think I looked it up before. Speciesism? Speciesist? Oh my god. Speciesist. Nope. Couldn't find it. Speciesist is not a real word. Can't find speciesist. It's not a thing. Unless I spelled it wrong. You did? What's the definition for speciesist? Did she get it wrong?
All right. Coming up on the screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Have a look around at my site. Be curious. Click around.
Okay, I just want to see her most recent video. 7 days ago? 23 hours. I went to church and found zombies. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Nothing wrong with being overweight, but not if that weight comes from exploitation. What? I missed this. We should have done a video on this. Holy shit.
I'm here in Italy, and I just had lunch with a bunch of Seventh-day Adventists. I don't know if you've ever heard about this religion before, but they're a religion
I just want to talk about the whole overweight crap, man.
that is
I'm not against overweight people, but like, you guys know United States has one of the highest obesity populations in the world because of the food that we have and the fast food industry, and people just inherently choosing to be lazy about their daily living routines. Now, that's not to say that people that are obese, some people that are obese have medical reasons for being obese, like diabetes, type 1 and type 2. That can actually cause gaining weight, or certain medications that can cause gaining weight. But if you gain weight through just eating food and not exercising, that's on you. Okay,
Christian, and they don't seem to have like huge churches. They rent space and they sing and they talk about God.
You want to go on a vegan diet to see how it turns out, but I couldn't do it because it was hard. Not disrespect to vegans, freaking love those people. Yeah, you can go on a vegan diet. Like, I love salads, and most of my salads comprise of like fruits and vegetables, and I don't necessarily eat cheese on it, but I do like to put cheese on my salad. So one of the best ways, it's not like you can get a lot of calories from eating salads. It's not. But I love salads. And that's a big part of my diet. It's also one of the really hard reasons why it's hard for me to actually physically gain weight, because they don't provide a lot of calories. It just stopped. Alright, stupid age tracking thing. But like, there are vegan foods that offer quite a bit of calories. They're just either tend to be more expensive or harder to find. Nuts are a great way of gaining calories and protein intake, and so again, I would recommend you guys actually doing some research before you just start going on a whole new diet to see what that diet has to offer, see if it's compatible with you being able to tolerate a certain for your body to do that for a long period of time, because some people can't actually do certain diets because of either how the body responds to the diet types, or it's too expensive, or there's some sort of reason that a person can't go on that diet. So always do research when you go into a new diet. Have a fun stream. I'm gonna go head off and practice some things for my music. Oh, nice! Expand my portfolio to maybe take up Voice acting. Oh, that's really cool. That sounds fun. Have a good day, President Bomb. And if you want to hit me up, feel free to contact me at Discord or any other form. If you want me to give you my email, we can chat that way or some other form. See you, President Bomb. Let me see. I know a person who went on a vegan diet because of meat intolerance. Yeah, that could be a reason that forces someone to go to a vegan or vegetarian diet.
They have meetings beforehand where they sit in a circle and there's like prayer and all this stuff. And I thought I would check it out because I like to consider myself to be an open-minded person. Now, I've been here before, so it's not my first time coming, but
the belief that one species, typical human, is inherently superior to others justifying the inequality, cruelty treatment of other species. Yeah, I feel like most of these definitions, when we're defining those words, tend to be more towards humans than animals. So, but that's nice to know. Thank you, Electrobomb, for giving me Electro the Fox for giving me that definition of speciesism.
the reason that I'm making this video is because I just left the group. And the reason that I left the group is because when it was time to eat, there was a potluck. They are supposedly mostly vegan in this religion, but I noticed that there was cheese on the table. I noticed there was a little bit of meat on the table, and I thought to myself, what am I doing here? Like, I thought these guys were supposed to be better than other religions. It seems like now the more that I talk to people, the more they say, well, you don't have to be vegan or even vegetarian. And it's like, what the fuck? Are these religious people seriously grind the egg? It's
I'm trying to avoid this. I really am. You guys have seen these videos on our channel, and I've shown you guys these videos before. I just rather not rewatch them because, again, I'm trying to keep this PG-13 at most, and some of these videos are we just don't need to watch them. Okay? We gotta look at the cute like cute like rock. Likey. Focus on Likey. Look at Likey. Focus on cuteness, okay? This is what makes the world go round and function. This little cute, fluffy dog. Alright. Now she's baby. Yes, she is rage baiting again.
so disappointing. So I came out here to hang out with some friends. I consider all animals to be friends. I mean, unless they're actually attacking me. Look how cute they are. How could anybody ever eat an animal after you know what happens in the industry? And once it really clicks with you that they suffer, they feel pain, and they want to live, how can anyone hurt them? And I mean, the sheer hypocrisy of the different leaders in this church who say, yeah, we're here for spiritual reasons, we're here to be kind to each other.
This is for humanity specifically when you're talking about church and religion, since animals don't have, to my knowledge, animals are not religious. They don't have a spiritual leader or a spiritual something. So, I could be wrong, but last time I checked, animals don't gather in groups and bow down or pray to a god or a deity, if you want to call that. Probably deity be a better word. Since God is usually representative of few religious organizations, deity represents every organization. But yeah, last time I checked, the animals are not religious. So when Christianity, people talk about spiritual and respecting others, they're specifically talking about people in the first place, not animals.
And then when I asked them later after the services,
I figured that'd be the obvious, but I just wanted to point out it in case it wasn't.
whatever, I just talked to different people. They saw my necklace and I said, are you vegan? And they're like, no. And I said, how would Jesus kill someone who doesn't want to die? And they're like, well,
You know, Jesus, do you guys remember that story in the Bible where Jesus gave, the guy was like struggling for fish? I don't remember the exact story, but it was a fisherman and he was struggling to catch fish, and Jesus is just like basically put like 500 some fish to feed his entire village or something like that, something along that sort of line. So Jesus, by definition, that story alone proves Jesus was not vegan. Okay? That one story, if it was true, assume it was, basically states that Jesus was not vegan. Okay? Alright. Want to point that out.
No, the thing is, and then they go off on this big thing, and I'm like, no. How would Jesus kill an animal who wants to live? And they're like, well, the thing is that Jesus ate fish. And I'm like, what on earth are you talking about? How can you consistently point at the supposed fish example, which is just another story? But how would the kindest, most benevolent, compassionate person hurt an animal who doesn't want to be hurt?
And keep in mind, another fact of the things back then is for the primary source of diet was still meat. That was one of the biggest parts of everyday diet, even back in the, was it 1300, whenever Jesus was alive. I don't remember the year. But it was more meat than fruits and vegetables. Way, way more meat. Probably more than it is today.
And they can't answer that. They just wiggle around all over the place. So I say to them, do you know what?
That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Ledger the Fox. Jesus had given Peter a bunch of fish after Peter hadn't caught any. At night, Peter needed to get fish to pay his taxes, but struggled. So Jesus told him in the morning, try the right side and caught fish. That's the story. Thank you, Ledger Fox. I appreciate the exact story. I appreciate the information.
Happens in the egg industry? Do you know that the baby chicks are taken away if they're boys and they are macerated? You have egg.
How do you explain God's image not being revised or reversed to an animal one through Luke 5 releasing fish to follow Jesus as a fisherman of men? Okay, since I don't go into Bible stuff because I don't really do research on biblical stuff. I'm not a Christian. I mean, I'm not really religious myself. I'm avoiding those stuff. So
on the table here, like boiled eggs. Do you understand how that feels for a person who's actually vegan and who's considering coming back? This is terrible. This is like death. This is like murder. This is stealing. And then this little pieces of cheese that they throw in things that you think is tofu because it's shaped like a cube, and then you find out, wait a second, someone says it's not. So you're there's not that much to eat. And then I said to them, how can you justify it though? You can be healthy without hurting animals, so why do you do it? And they can just never answer me. They'll always just kind of point to their religion and say, well, for us in our religion, it's like an option. Some people are vegan. And I'm like, yeah, which ones exactly? Like, who here is actually vegan? They're like, well, there's some of us. I'm like, are you any better than any other religion? Like, honestly? And of course, the answer is no. All religious people are hypocrites. Every single religion is filled with hypocrites, people who say that they want to be kind, talk about love and compassion, but when it really comes down to it, all of them are evil. They just really don't care.
Because they're not vegan. That's her whole argument. I'm doing bet.
You can tell them about the milk industry, the dairy.
There we go. There we go. She's calling the hypocrites because they don't want to be vegan. What a weak ass argument to attack the religious community. That one value that you care about is the only reason that religious people are hypocrites. That doesn't prove anything.
Industry, what happens to the baby cows that they are murdered, they are taken away after being kidnapped, and they're just like, yeah. Like, what do you mean, yeah? What do you mean, yeah? Like, are you saying it's okay? Well, things happen. Yeah, but you don't have to participate in it. And like, yeah.
Remind me how this is hypocritical from a religious perspective. Anyone detect anything regarding to what she said was hypocritical? Anyone? I sure didn't.
Anyway, I think that my time with the Seventh-day Adventists is probably over at this point. You can't say I didn't really try. I tried. I came here, I don't know how many times. I guess this.
Did she clickbait the fucking thumbnail? Because I want to see, like, how this is regarding to zombies. And the title. Did she just fucking clickbait this? Is she now just clickbaiting video stuff? Like the thumbnail was clickbait. I just want to know where she's getting the obesity part.
Third time. I've had different meals with these people, but it seems to be getting worse actually. For a while there, it was like, okay, there's no meat on the table, and there doesn't seem to be any overt cheese, and there was maybe just like a couple of like an egg in something once in a while, but they seem to be making more of an effort, and now it's like they just don't give a shit. And you know, a lot of the literature, the science, the research has been done on people who are part of this religion because traditionally they were mostly vegan.
And last time I checked, zombies can't think for themselves. They only focus on one objective, eating brains. So, I'm not sure that follows any ideology of what you're trying to focus here with the title and talking about the religious community here and veganism. How does the title fit in with the video? If you're going to title something, make it make sense to what you're talking about.
I guess, or vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean diet, but now there's like, if there's literally meat on the table, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, how can I take these people seriously? And, you know, they're generally known to be healthy people, but I'm just looking at a fat minister standing up there, a fat visitor from another minister from another church, and I'm just like feeling absolutely.
Oh, here we go. Nothing wrong with being okay. She did add this. Nothing wrong with being a bit overweight, but it's not. But not if that weight comes from exploitation of innocent animals who were killed to just use for taste. Again, what the hell does this have to do with being overweight or not overweight? Why are you saying it's wrong to be overweight when they're eating animals, and it's not wrong to be overweight when they're eating plants? That makes no sense.
Absolutely zero connection with these.
You're literally playing favoritism with the vegan. If you're vegan, we love that you're overweight. If you're not vegan, fuck you overweight people, I guess, because you're not vegan. That's literally what she's saying here.
People. Now, before eating with
talk about a direct attack on the overweight community.
Them, and when I was in the church service itself, which again is just like a little rented room, the white walls are white, there's just a TV screen, and at one point I was singing with them, trying to sing, the words were on the screen in Italian. I was following everything that they do, and at one point I thought, you know what, maybe they're all right, you know, maybe this is good, it's a community. But when we ate together, I just realized I can't be here. I just feel nothing with these people. I feel like they are walking zombies, not a...
Is that the only reason she titled it? 6 minutes and 37 seconds she finally mentioned the word zombies. Holy crap. Okay, sure, now she mentions it.
A single person that has sort of like, you know, any kind of spark, something that indicates that they're a little bit different, unique, willing to think outside the box. Like, they are brainwashed. Just brainwashed. And in the end, cruel. And it's too bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Is she skipping that part? What about the overweight text? What? I want you to explain this shit. You haven't once explained this shit. You just put it up there for what reason? Now people are just gonna overthink about it like I did and just attack you for just putting that statement up. Explain yourself, teacher. Vegan teacher. Explain yourself. That is messed up, man.
And in the end, cruel. And it's too bad.
She's just like moves on.
And when I ask them about other religions, I say, like, why did you pick this religion? Why are you a seven?
Why the fuck would you add something on screen without any explanation for why you're adding it in the first place, without including any context behind what you put up screen or even talking about that in your entire video?
Seventh-day Adventist, as opposed to a Mormon or a Scientologist or Jewish or Muslim. They just kind of...
At least this text right here makes sense because she's talking about it. The overweight bullshit, never once brought it up.
Say, well, you know, I just found it and I just thought it feels fine here. It's like they don't even really question why they're there. They just want to be with a bunch of people and just hang out with them, and just, I think people are just so...
Why does it matter? Are you Muslim or Mormon or Christian or any of that?
desperate to not be alone that they'll just hang out with anybody.
This video,
No
none of this video makes sense to me at this point.
sense of values, no morals. I don't know, what do you guys think? Why are you in the religion that you're in? Why do you stay there? What is the motivation? How can you be proud of yourself as a Christian, a Muslim, or a Jew if you know that you hurt animals who want to live? How do you sleep at night with that?
They should have bitten you.
How can anybody hurt an animal?
Because whether you're hurting an animal or not has nothing to do with the values of religion in the first place. Religion is meant to be more of a spiritual guidance for the individual and the person. It has nothing to do whether you're vegan or not. Or gay. Why is she making it about animals when it's got nothing to do with them?
Like, on purpose. Just walk up to an animal or pay somebody to cut their head off and eat them. Now, I know most of you wouldn't eat a cat, but what's the difference between a cat or a cow or a dog or eating a pig or a
Certain countries actually eat cats and dogs. Some countries have actually banned that. So I don't know if they're still doing that in certain areas of the world or not. I know China banned, who was it that told me China banned the eating of dogs?
chicken? Nothing.
Or was it India? One of those.
Being vegan is just a moral baseline. It's the least that we can do, not the most. Being vegan simply means you don't steal from animals. You don't steal their eggs, you don't steal their milk, you don't steal their honey, you don't steal their freedom, you don't steal their babies, you don't steal their virginity by forcing them to be pregnant. You don't do anything that involves taking something from them that's not yours. It's really not that complicated.
If we're talking about morality, it's an individual's choice on what they choose to care about, the moralities that they choose. So some people care about certain things that they think is morally right. Other people may not care about that. So it's an individual choice when it comes to morality.
Being vegan isn't a diet. It's a moral stance based on not exploiting animals. It's really not that hard. Just eat veggies, fruits, nuts, seeds, essentially everything in the store except for anything that was murdered or stolen. Not your mom, not your milk. It's a slippery slope when you start to take things from animals, so just don't. Stay vegan, as if their lives depend on it, because they do. Subscribe to help keep the animals alive.
How long does it take to pop up the videos? What the fuck? Did she fuck up? She fucked up. That's funny. What do we watch next? I wanna know. When did they pop up? Hello? She fucked up. Well, I guess we don't get to watch anything next. She fucked up on this. She didn't realize. Wow, she's just like half-ass edit this shit without realizing of putting up the videos, and she just... What are we supposed to watch? Well, guys, we're gonna watch Empty Box now. Oh, I love the Empty Box. It's the best. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the episode. Please hit the like. Oh, I'll go back my full face video. Hit the like, subscribe, hit the all bell notification, and I'll see you guys next time with a brand new video in about 2 days. Bye, all!